We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Hello everyone, myself Apeksha Trivedi, Assistant Professor of Shankar C. Waghela Bapu Institute of Technology, Gandhinagar. Today I will talk about the subject CPD, Contributory Personality Development. In this subject, we will talk about the basic fundamental points, that is contributor and non-contributor. We will talk about what is contributor and what is non-contributor, who is contributor and who is not non-contributor. We will talk about the basic things. In that, we will conclude all the session thoroughly. We will talk from unit number 1. That is unit number 1. Here you can see in your desktop, that is who is contributor. In the first unit, we have the identification of contributor and non-contributor. Here we can see that contributor and non-contributor. Who are contributors? How they fundamentally different from non-contributors in their overall approach to work, to other human beings, to society as a whole. Discover what is this means for your career. Here we are talking about your career, your approach of work, your thinking ability, your approach towards the life, towards the human beings, right? So here we will talk about these kinds of criteria in this session or in this unit. Let's see the examples. Contributor teacher and non-contributor teacher. If the teacher is a contributor, then he or she will concern not about only the result or only the assignments or anything, but he or she will see the overall growth of the student. For example, here one example is there, that the contributor teacher is concerned about the bringing of the best in each student. For them, each and every student is special, and he and she will try to solve all the problems for their career, for their approach, for their works, what type of things they are doing. And non-contributor, they are focusing, they are concerned about the paying attention, understood, and what they taught for today's lecture. So here we can see the difference. Contributor governmental officer and non-contributor governmental officer. The person who is a contributor or governmental officer who is a contributor, they are polite in their way. They are very much helpful to the people who came to their offices. And the non-contributors, they always scold peoples. They always neglect peoples. They always avoid people, and they taking the time, and they just try to try to more and more scolding to that person. For example, here you can say that, don't worry sir, when your payment are released, we will send it to you. So politeness we can see in this example for a contributor governmental officer. While non-contributor governmental officer, they are what? what type of dialogue they are using, that I'm very busy right now, please check again in 2 weeks time. So for them, non-contributor governmental officer, they are working if they are getting the benefits, then and then only they are working. They are not more helpful to the person, to the public, to the society, to overall their country. So here you can see two types of person, that is contributor and non-contributor. Here again you have the contributor sweeper and non-contributor sweeper. For example, if the sweeper is contributor one, what he or she will think, that only if the area is kept clean, the people will be able to lead a disease free life. They will think about the hygienic things, hygienic area of their approach, in their approach, right? But if he or she is a non contributor, he will see or she will see that my duty time is over, I'm off time today. So let the other sweeper worry about that. I will not take care of that. So these kinds of approach and the difference we can see about the contributor and the non-contributor. We have many more examples in unit number 1. For example, contributor team member, non-contributor team member. If the team members are contributor, they always see the overall result, what the team will get. And if the contributor team member is there, he or she will see his or her own benefits rather than their team. So here we can see the difference. Then our second unit we have the same concept, that is, here it is, the contributor's identity and non-contributor's identity. Yes, the contributor's identity and non-contributor's identity. Here we have the two terms, that is dynamic personality and static personality. What is dynamic personality and what is static personality? The non-contributors possesses a static personality while the contributors possesses a dynamic personality. How? Contributors are always thinking about their accomplishment, their capacity to help the organization. They always stick to their commitment for the organization. They are taking the overall responsibilities from the organizations, and they always have the dynamic identity based on being and becoming. They are always result oriented persons. They are always seeing their overall company's growth or organization's growth. They are not thinking only about their personal growth, while the non-contributors are always thinking about their qualification, about their power position, their experience, about their bonus, about their salary, about their benefits that they are getting from the companies. So they have the limited mindset, while the contributors have the wider mindset. So here we will go for examples. For example, here you have the static examples, that environmental engineer who feels I'm highly qualified, I'm gold medalist in environmental engineering, so I know the theory behind everything. If the static personality is there in anyone's life, then he or she will think that I'm highly qualified and I am a gold medalist. So nothing is left to know by me. So their learning process is stopped there. While the static personality, the person has possesses what he or she is thinking, that my degree gives me the ability to find solution to environmental challenges. Though I am a gold medalist, I have the good qualities, I have good the qualifications, and I have searched more and more in my environmental field. But there is much more thing that I didn't refer right now, right? So here you can see the different approach between contributor and non-contributor, between dynamic and by static. For example, here you have one more example, general manager. As a general manager, I'm so powerful. I can control hundreds of people. So he has the ego, he has the using his power to control over their people, because he is a general manager. So he is thinking that I am powerful and nobody can give me suggestion any kind of work. I am a superior. He feels like a superior. So it is a static identity. And while in dynamic identity, the general manager, what he or she will feel, that as a general manager I am entrusted with a great responsibility. He or she has taking very important about their responsibilities, what that companies, what their organization has handed over to him or her. He more focuses on their goals about the company, and he and she is more worried about their overall growth, overall production or quality that the companies or organization are getting. So he or she is thinking about their that in a that way. So here we can see the difference between them. Here we have one more example. The gold medalist microbiological researcher who feels, I love microbiology and I'm excited by all new development taking place in the field. I need at least another 15 years more to go deep into the subject and solve new challenges in the field. If the person has the dynamic identity, even though they have the good qualification, maybe they are gold medalist, may they possesses a good qualities, may have the superior powers, but if he or she is a contributor, then he or she will think that this knowledge is limited one for me. Many more things I have to search in this particular field. And if he and she is a non-contributor, then he and she will think that 25 years of experience has taught me the new development in my field. Or he or she will think that if the person has the static identity, he and she will think that I am, I have this degree, I have 25 years of experience, and the younger colleagues, they should learn from me. I should not take help of from them, right? So I will control the people. Many more peoples are working under me, so I am superior. That type of ego and that type of thinking they are possesses. So here we have much more examples in unit number 2 also. Let's talk about unit number 3. In unit number 3, you can see the vision of success, what the contributors vision of success and what the non-contributors vision of success. Contributors have the deeper and wider definition of success than non-contributors, while non-contributors define success in terms of material success. Here, for contributor, success is depending on their inner ability, inner strength, and inner talent which their focus is on. When non-contributors define success in terms of materialistic success, for example, they have the achievement, they are thinking about money, they thinking about the all materialistic facilities that they have enjoyed, for example, car, bungalow. If they have car, if they have bungalow, smartphone, laptops, computers, if they have, then according to them they are a successful person. But if you are a contributor, then you will think more your inner talent. If you have the inner talent, if you have the ability to work hard to get the result, then you will automatically get all the materialistic things into your life and you will build up your career in a best way. For example, here you have the example of non-contributor salesperson with narrow-minded vision of success and contributor salesperson of wider vision of success. I want a bonus, so I will work hard for targets given. So for non-contributor, if bonus will be there, then that salesperson will be working. If bonus will not be there, then motivation will not be there, so he or she will not work. Here, contributor, if the bonus offered, that is okay, that is extra thing for them, but more important that I have the experience and I have to take the challenge, and uh, I will do more and more for the company and organization, and I will complete my target to given deadline, and I will enjoy my work also, and I will achieve the goal, and I will also enlarge my activity, my talent, and my inner personality skill. Here you have the non-contributor spokesperson with narrow-minded vision of success, and contributor spokesperson with wider vision of success. For example, if the gold medalist of marathon, then she thinks that I want to come first in marathon. Whatever the ways he or she will take to win the race, she will or he will. Here, not only I want to come first in the marathon, I also want to build a confidence, power, stamina, and run such a long distance. I will enlarge my stamina. I will more cultivate the ability, strength, and I will come up with positive attitudes, and I will break previous records, and I will build up a more and good result, and I will help to my country, my people, and my own career. Here, the non-contributor scientist who has the narrow vision of success, and contributor scientist who has the wider vision of success. If the non-contributor scientist is a narrow vision of success, he will think, I want the best scientist award in this year. Any way, anything he or she can do for that, he or she will do did. And the contributor, he or she will he and she will think that if I get best scientist award in this year, it will be great. More important, I want to stretch my boundaries of my thinking. I want to more and more enlarge my imagination thinking, and come up with new discoveries in my field. So here it is very much interesting one while we are searching for the examples. Now we will talk about unit number 4. In unit number 4, we have contributors vision of career. What is contributors vision of career? An acquisitive career is one of which the career seeker is focused on acquiring higher position, higher salary, more benefits. The preoccupation with selfish interest often damages the individual's career, and equally important damages the organization and society. A contributive career is one where the career seeker is focused on contributing with rewards with byproduct on contributors made. While you are a contributor, your first priority or commitment should be connected with your organization, with your company in which you are working with. If you have that kind of approach, you will cultivate, then your organization and you itself will be benefited. But if you are focusing, or if you have connected with limited thing, higher salary, higher position, then it will not benefit it, because you will not you will not get good salary, good career, right? So you have to compromise for that. So here acquisitive career and contributor career, that two types of terms we can see in unit number 4. Non-contributor job applicant and contributor job applicant. For example, we can see the examples. Non-contributor job applicant with acquisitive vision of career: does this job offer higher salary, perks, holidays, and incentive? And here, if you are a contributor, what you are seeking, that does this job offer opportunities to face new challenges, opportunities to meet new people, or opportunities to make a difference? Means if you are working here, then are you getting more opportunities to develop yourself? So this is the major thing that this contributor will see. Non-contributor technician with acquisitive vision of career and the contributor technician with contributor vision of career. I can only work in the field that I have been trained in. I will learn whatever is needed, of perform well in my role, help my team, organization and achieve its goal. Here, acquisitive vision of career means here technician is focusing on only work in he or she is attached with only a one field. Because I'm a, for example, I'm a mechanical engineer, so I will do work related the mechanical field only. I will not go for any computer work or any software related work or any civil or electrical related work. So here non-contributors have limited criteria of work. And if the person is a contributor, then he will think that I will learn whatever is needed to perform well in my role. That even though I'm a mechanical engineer, I'm civil engineer, I'm electrical engineer, if this work will get benefit to my to perform my role, then I will learn and I will perform my duties well. So here you can see the difference between contributor technician and non-contributor technician. Non-contributor worker with an acquisitive vision of career and contributor worker with a contributor vision of career. I can do some things well. Don't ask me to do new things that is not part of my job description. I won't do. If you are non-contributor, then your role will be, you will think that this is not my work, so I will not do. I'm an engineer, so I will not work in computer, for example. But if you are a contributor worker, then you will think that, okay, this software or this work is related with my work, so I have to learn and I have to perform that duty as well. So here you can see the difference between both the parties. Then non-contributor acquisite with an acquisitive vision of career and the contributor acquisitive with a contributor vision of career. Career advancement means more money, more power, more position. In previously, I have also talked that non-contributor persons are always focuses on materialistic things rather than their talent, their inner strength, their ability. They are not focusing on that. The contributor acquisitive career vision of career, they are thinking about their inner strength, inner qualities, and they are thinking about their talent and the opportunities that they are facing. They are always ready to accept the challenges and for performing their duties, whatever the things they have to learn, they have to gone through, they will ready to do. So here we have the 4 chapters which we have learned through our lectures. So have a nice day and I will conclude my session here. Thank you.